my pretties. It's the Queen of Lions here. Welcome to episode 158 of Shadows and Pretties. Today, since I didn't do a Disney, well, I guess you could say a Disney movie review in Shadows and Pretties in a long time, so I thought I'd go ahead and review this movie called Bolt. Now, this movie came out in 2004, not 2004, 2008. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, I didn't have my glasses on, so now I could see better. Now, this movie stars John Travolta, who is the voice of Bolt, and Miley Cyrus, who plays the girl Penny in this movie. And there's other, actors that were in this movie that I don't recognize mainly, so yeah, I just thought I would go ahead and, get started on reviewing this movie. So, I definitely would have to say this movie was released in 2008 on November 21st, which was almost 13 years ago. So, wow. This is like an older movie, but anyways, this was directed by Chris Williams and Brian Howard. So, with that being said, for those who have not seen the movie, feel free to click off this video if you don't want any spoilers and go watch another of my videos if you want to. But if you guys want, a refresher, I think we should get started on this movie, like me reviewing this movie. Just to warn you right now that I am going to be spoiling pretty much everything about this movie, so if you have not seen it, please do me a favor and click off this video and go watch another of my videos if you want. So anyways, a white shepherd puppy, it's a white shepherd puppy named Bolt, who gets adopted by a 7-year-old girl named Penny. 5 years later, Bolt and a 12-year-old Penny star in a hit television series called Bolt, in which they fight crime, with Bolt using various superpowers to protect Penny from the villain, Dr. Calico, yeah. Sorry about that. I always forgot the villain's name because I haven't seen the movie in a long time, who kidnaps Penny's father. To gain more realistic performance, the show's producers have deceived Bolt his entire life, arranging the filming in such a way that Bolt believes everything in the show is real and that he really has superpowers, including devastating, powerful sonic scream like super bark. After a cliffhanger episode causes Bolt to believe that Penny has been kidnapped, he escapes from his on-set trailer in Hollywood, but knocks himself unconscious in the process and is trapped inside a box of styrofoam peanuts being shipped to New York City. In New York, Bolt resumes his search for Penny, much to his dismay and confusion. He then finds out the hard way that his superpowers are useless. He encourages Mittens, who is a cat who bullies pigeons out of their food, believing that Mittens is the agent of Calico. Bolt ties her to him with the leash and forces her to guide him back to Penny. Mittens, as a conceives as their captor as a lunatic, but eventually the two start their journey westward by a truck. Meanwhile, in Hollywood, less experienced Bolt, a look-alike, is brought into the filming so they can resume whom. Penny gets generally distraught over Bolt's disappearance, but reluctantly goes into Halta's search so the production can continue. Surprised at his first feelings of hunger, Bolt is shown by Mittens how to act like a cute, needy dog, obtaining food for them at an RV park. They eventually get joined by Rhino, who is a fearless hamster, is a huge Bolt fanatic. Bolt's unwavering faith in Bolt's sustainedness, the dog's illusions about himself, but it allows Mittens to figure out that Bolt is from the television show, and she tries to tell Bolt this, but Bolt simply becomes frustrated as everything he believes that is to be real starts to crumble around him. Attempting to super bark her repeatedly, the noise and draws the attention of animal control. Bolt and Mittens get captured and taken to the animal shelter. Bolt then gets freed from the patrol van by Rhino when he realizes and he accepts that he's just a normal dog. However, he regains the confidence after Rhino, obvious of his revelation, exhorts him to heroism, So they rescue Mittens from the shelter as well as continue west, while Bolt and Mittens form a close friendship into which she teaches Bolt how to be an ordinary dog and enjoy typical dog activities. Mittens makes plans for the three of them to stay in Las Vegas, but Bolt is still drawn to find Penny. Mittens tell him that Penny is just only an actor and humans were never truly love their pets because eventually they will betray and abandon them as it happened to her. But Bolt refuses to believe her and continues on his alone to Hollywood. But Rhino encourages Mittens to stand by him as friends, so they follow shortly after. Bolt then reaches to the studio to find Penny embracing his look-alike, unaware that Penny still misses him and her affection for a look-alike is still a part of the rehearsal. A broken heart, Bolt leaves, but Mittens sees Penny telling her mother how much she misses Bolt. Mittens follows Bolt and explains, at the same time, that Bolt look-alike panics during the show's filming and accidentally knocks over some flaming torches. Setting a round stage on fire, Penny gets trapped inside, but a Bolt arrives and the two reunite inside the burning studio, but are unable to escape before Penny begins to suffocate from the smoke. Penny begins to begs Bolt to go, but Bolt refuses to leave her. He uses his super bark through the building's air vents, alerting the firefighters of their location, and the both of them are rescued. Penny and her mother quit when the overeager agent proposes that they exploit the whole incident for the publicity purposes. The show continues with the replacement Bolt and Penny, and a bizarre new storyline which involves an alien abduction where Penny adopts Mittens and Rhino as she and her family move to a rural home to enjoy a simpler, happy lifestyle with Bolt and the new pets. And that's how the movie ends. What a great story I have to say about this movie. I do like the fact that John Travolta voices Bolt in this movie. And, it's just amazing how he was great to be in a Disney movie. I mean, the other acting did pretty good, such as Miley Cyrus, who plays Penny in the movie. I mean, wow. She's like almost in her 30s and she's like, one of the actors. I mean, a lot of people don't like Miley Cyrus. I believe there was some controversy going on with her at one point, but I don't remember because I haven't really paid attention to much about her in a while. I did like her music at one point, and I still somewhat do, though. So eventually, there are some neat facts about this movie that you guys may not know. Now, originally the film was going to be titled as The American Dog by Chris Sanders, that it was written and directed, but eventually Sanders was removed from the project and was replaced by Chris Williams and Brian Howard. Now, the film's previous plot of the told story named the dog named Henry, a famous TV star who one day finds himself stranded in Nevada desert with a testy one-eyed cat and an overseas radioactive rabbit, who are they themselves is searching for new homes, all while still believing he's on television. So what's pretty neat is that Bolt was originally going to be a dog named Henry, but they changed it to Bolt because I think, Bolt is more it's a more appropriate and more superhero thinging kind of way for the movie. Now, in 2006, after becoming chief creative officer at Disney Animation, John Lasseter, along with many other directors from Pixar, Disney attended 2 screenings of the film, gave Saunders notes on how to improve the story. But, according to Lasseter, Saunders was replaced because he resisted the changes that Lasseter and the other directors had suggested. Lasseter was quoted saying, "Chris Saunders is extremely talented, but he couldn't take it to place that it had to be." After Saunders left and the original title was removed, the animation team was told to complete the film in the next 18 months, instead of usual 4 years, is normally required to produce a computer animated movie. On June 8th, 2007, Disney announced that the film was now under its current name and will be released in digital 3D Disney in 2008. So a look at the film was inspired by the paintings of Edward Hooper and the cinematography of Vemos Ver Ziskamond. I can't remember how to pronounce this guy's last name, but um, on the new technology of its non-photorealistic rendering, which was used to give it a special visual appearance. A technique was later used in Tangled to give the film's 3D backgrounds a painted look. The company artists had new parented, not parented, but patented technology designed to be special fly in the film. Both characteristics were based on the Amagalam breeds, although the designers started to have the American White Shepherd, Joe Mosher, led character designer said they American White Shepherds have really long ears, a trait that I tried to caricature in order to allow the animators to empathize Bolt's expressiveness. Now, the design of Rhino in his plastic ball was also on the executive producer John Lasseter's pet chinchilla, which was brought to the animator's retreat during the film's production. So, of course, with that being said, there is a soundtrack to this movie, and I do really like how well the movie had went out, as well as the good concept and the good uh songs and music and the soundtracks for it. I mean, like when you watch both, you'll really see it's a pretty good superhero like movie, but it involved a super dog who thought he was a superhero and that he was, it was all real when it was just only, fake. Like, I mean, actors use dogs in, movies all the time, like, and other animals in movies too. Like, if you watch a lot of other movies with dogs, you'll know what I mean. It's not real, it's just only pretend. So, Bolt was theoretically released in the United States on November 21st, 2008. Beginning on its fourth week in theaters, the film was accompanied by Pixar's Cars Tunes short Tokyo Mater, which, of course, that's a kind of little short. Eventually, Bolt was released on DVD, as well as Blu ray, and there was a short film called Super Rhino, which includes the DVD Blu ray versions of the movie. So, which is very surprising as it became a really good Disney hit movie. Now, of course, there is a video game based on this called Bolt, which is the video game, which it pretty much almost focuses on the plot of the storyline, but it's not. But mainly the game focuses on Bolt's fake TV life, not the actual storyline of the game. Which, I mean, that would have been really neat if that was the case, but yet again, that's unfortunate that it did not happen. So, well, anyways, there is no sequel to Bolt yet, but of course, there has been, some rumors saying they're going to make another Bolt movie or something, but that's gonna really depend. I mean, I don't really know if there will be another Bolt movie or not. That would be nice if it did, but at this time, I'm not gonna guarantee it, or I'm not gonna say yes, it will happen, or no, it won't happen. Like, you never know. It might happen maybe in the next year or so. Who really knows? Because, it's been almost 13 years since this movie came out. Now, in my opinion, I thought this movie was pretty good, and it still is good. I mean, if you watch Bolt as a young kid or something, you'll really know how good the storyline is. You'll know how good the plot of the movie is, and etc. So, anyways, I'm gonna sit here and say this is just simply my own personal opinion, and if you happen to disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. I respect your opinion as long as you respect mine. And yeah, I mean, if you have not seen this movie, I recommend you go watch it. You will not be disappointed once you've seen it. But if you also want to, watch this movie, feel free to leave me your thoughts on the movie in the comments below. Like, what's your thoughts on this story? And, well, not story, but movie. Do you like the plot of it? Did you not? I really do like how well interesting that this plot of it is. Instead of focusing, on princesses, getting married to a prince, living happily ever after, character. This is mainly about a super dog. So it's pretty neat in a own unique way. So anyways, what did you guys think about this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this movie a lot better, feel free to leave me what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell when I upload so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please, feel free to leave me your thoughts on the movie. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Peace out.